Hello, hello. We are live with Terra Nullius Side Stories. Going into episode 24 of Side Stories here as we begin to wind down the season and the campaign. We are going to try to wrap up all of the extraneous side storylines. Really, we had three main storylines going in Side Stories, and that was Shaela's situation, Yi's situation, and the verdict and what they're doing with Navarro. I'm pretty confident we can wrap all that up.
Wrapped up though?
No. I mean, Mira is in a sword, so I feel like Akashi doesn't want her to be in a sword. And
I know it's just not really related to the island necessarily.
Right, but I mean, what Akashi and Navarro are doing still matters in the grand scheme of what's happening, right? And
That's
so
true.
I definitely want to go back to them at some point and get another thing just to kind of point them in the direction of the end of the campaign, sort of a thing. So that'll be helpful there. And I need to see Adeline in action again, obviously.
Yes.
So yeah. Cool. So we are ready to go here, and I think I want to go ahead and just start in media res and not explain what's going on. You guys will probably pick up on it pretty quick, but so I think yeah. Yes. You have anything to say?
No, I was just saying I do know Mage Hand. I was reading everything again. So and Mage Hand is in the
there you go.
You know.
And you have spectral chickens
Might
lifting things up, right?
Yes, I do.
Anyway,
Yes,
we'll get to
Where
chickens in a moment. So we start off the game here in Media Rise. So we see a cold, icy sea, right? Ice, pieces of ice floating in this cold, wintry ocean, and we see we probably just see the landscape at first, and then we kind of do a cut after we kind of just get the wind sound effects in the background and the ominous cello kind of echoing across the soundtrack. And then we see a bigger iceberg, and we see a wrecked ship, kind of like capsized. Not capsized, but wrecked upon the berg. And we see probably several bits of debris and barrels and crates and pieces of ship and whatnot floating in the sea here along with the pieces of ice. We see probably a few cold, blue-skinned bodies at this point of various probably human and maybe some halfling sailors. And then we zoom in on a couple of figures huddled in the cold next to the shipwreck. And we see Shaela, Rosemi, and Bootsy.
I will say, yeah. I do have... Wait, does it cause you to be warm? I do have produce flame, but I'm not sure if that actually makes people warm.
I think it does, yeah.
I have fire.
So I've...
That's a little bit less utility. Rosemi.
So I'd say you are probably sitting... I want to say, actually, I want to say these are baby chicks. These aren't chickens.
Okay.
These are chicks.
Okay, got it.
Just because that way I can have more.
Yeah.
But they're magical, interdimensional chicks.
Okay.
Little baby chickens. And Fuji's sitting there with just with flames in his hands, just covered, because literally they swarm around you and just covered by little baby chicks.
Okay. And then we see Rosemi and Shaela. I mean, so you guys have just shipwrecked on this berg, right? What are you doing? How are you handling it? It's been at least an hour or so since the wreck kind of came to its halting conclusion, and you've all the immediate catastrophe is over, and now it's just you guys trying to survive.
Is anybody else still alive from the crew?
But I mean, probably. So, I mean, yeah, is Shaela and Rosemi honestly, I feel like okay. So I was gonna say like are Shaela and Rosemi helping people from the water? And I was like, no, it wouldn't be them doing that because they're tiny little women. It would be Bootsy who would have done that already, right? But I think it's probably over. So we probably do see a few sailors, right, huddled near Bootsy, as you're trying to start a fire probably with your produced flame here, Bootsy, with some like pieces of shipwreck. But yeah, we see some sailors like cupping their hands together, trying to keep warm. And obviously they're all bundled. Everyone's bundled for winter weather. Like you guys were expecting this weather, so you have clothing, but it's still very cold. So what are Shaela and Rosemi doing?
We're expecting to shipwreck.
Exactly. Yeah.
I feel like Rosemi's not really suited to this kind of situation.
Yeah, I agree.
So she's probably just like trying to huddle in whatever clothing she's wearing and just like sitting and like her teeth chattering in the cold.
Yeah. Cute little Rosemi. Cool. Shaela, what are you doing?
That's a great question, Caleb.
Mm-hmm. That's why I thought I'd ask it.
I would probably let's see here. Let's see what skills I have. I have a disguise kit. I can disguise the ship so that way it looks like a real ship. That is good, right?
Okay. Interesting.
Trick the sea into thinking.
Trick reality into thinking. Yeah. I mean, there are some fantasy realms, fantasy series where that would work, actually, but not this one.
Okay, hold on. Blah, 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 blah. Let me see what I have in my person.
Seth, do you have your HP in here? You don't have your HP in here.
Oh, I don't. No, sorry. I guess I forgot that.
I was just getting the token ready, and I was like, why is there no HP on?
I have it 48. Okay, there we go.
Oh, wait. You know what I could do?
What?
You just fly off on my flying broom.
That is
or not.
True.
Just fly off and find somebody to help us.
So this is the thing. So Rosemi, I think
just
I'll give
kidding.
you.
You can't have your flying.
No. You have your broom. You totally have your broom. So the thing I just want to. Well, I'll give you a little bit of a situation dump here, just to make sure that everybody knows like what the kind of the basics of the situation is now. And maybe we probably see maybe the captain of the ship talking with Shaela about it, and we get some like slightly expository dialogue, to kind of fill us in on what's going on here. And basically what has happened is you guys are investigating, right? You're investigating why Fae are turning into undead. And right. your investigation, you hook up with Erastus, right? You got together with him. You started kind of working with Titania and with the new god of the forests named Pongerban. He is a cat. This like cat god of the forest. And so you guys have been kind of like tracking down some information about the Fae, and your information has led you to the Winter Court, which is in Northern Europe. And basically what happened is mainly because the Winter Court is the court that is most tied to death, right? Because winter is the time when everything dies. So this seems to be the direction to go to get some more information about what is actually happening with these weird Fae death things going on. And you ended up paying so Erastus helped you out here because he's a rich nobleman. But you guys paid to have a ship take you to somewhere in Scandinavia, as you get towards like the northern sea there, and there was some kind of semi-magical place that would, and we don't really need to get into all the details, but you found some sort of either magical ritual or device or something that would help you basically go to the sea and end up transporting yourselves to the Winter Court, to the ocean on the Winter Court in the Feywild. And so you are currently in the Winter Court. But once you actually transitioned into the Feywild, things got a little crazy. And the storm got much more it was probably a stormy day when you guys were about to do it anyway, but on the Feywild it was like way more intense. And so you guys ended up shipwrecking on this iceberg. And this is legitimately, if you look at the map here, it is an iceberg like that is an island, right? Like it's not connected to the land. You can see the land, you can see the coast nearby, but right now you are currently stuck on an iceberg. So obviously Rosemi could indeed get you guys to the mainland using her broom, but basically it's just trying to figure out what your plan is here, because you have to investigate stuff, right? In the Winter Court, but
have to.
I mean, you don't have to.
word.
This is your mission, but you guys can figure out how much of a risk you want to take with this, given your kind of more desperate situation than you had before.
Okay. So I just kind of offer at least to be like, well, if there's nothing else to do, I can fly us over there.
Yeah.
How big is the broom compared to Bootsy?
I mean, it's a normal sized broom, so right.
But since
Bootsy's
I'm small,
It's
right?
big for Rosemi, but it's
Right. But
not
I'm
very
saying
big
since
for
I'm
Bootsy.
small, I would be able to not.
Yeah.
I think Bootsy would just look at the broom and like, oh, I'm not sure I can fit on that. Even if you weren't there, I'm pretty sure.
So,
I'm not sure.
real quick, Bootsy, can everyone see the spectral chickens that surround you?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't say that they can't. The funny thing is if I was a few levels higher in Swarmkeeper Druid, I could actually fly over there myself, but I can't. So.
Yeah, so I mean, I think I'm like, okay, well, Rosemi can take a couple people over at a time, but do we have a lifeboat still?
I mean, it would be just various, a couple of rowboats or something, and let's see.
No, our ship was unsinkable. We only had enough lifeboats for the spectral
For half
chicks.
the people.
No, if it's not that
Women
sort of
and
situation.
chicks only.
Oh, that was such a good joke, Alyssa. Thank you for that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I mean, this would probably be a roll from someone. Probably Bootsy. I mean, so real quick, would you give us a description of Bootsy for the stream and just kind of?
If you see him, he's just he's an older half orc from the looks of it.
Yeah.
And he's got himself. Oops, I clicked off my token. He's got himself a little. He looks like he was a bit of a warrior, but he's also just he's covered in little tiny spectral chickens, and he's kind of holding them all. He's they're just kind of crawling all over him, just all cute and he just looks like a friendly guy, a friendly orc covered in chickens,
as friendly as a half orc covered in chickens could be. So
it's the very dichotomy of looking like a half orc, but also covered in tiny chickens.
Yeah. So what I was going to say then, right, because, after you give us that description, I feel like Bootsy is probably, what is your strength score, actually?
That's a good question. I have a 2 in strength. He's a chicken farmer.
So you mean a 14 or a 15?
Yeah, I have a 14.
Okay. So, all right. So this is probably just a roll. Okay. One of you, whoever has the highest strength, make a roll.
Not me.
So yeah, Bootsy, it's gonna be you. But make it with advantage. 14. Yeah, make it with advantage. Just because, make it a strength save, because this is basically you trying to, in the confusion and the craziness, to someone had saved a rowboat, right?
Would survival work for that? Because I have a +3 to survival.
I don't think so. Simply because, I mean, yeah, survival is. No, not in this particular situation. This is more about disaster situation than trying to survive in the wilderness right now.
Okay, so strength save.
Yeah, strength save.
How do I have a better survival roll than you do?
19.
Because
Yeah.
Oh, with advantage, right? 19.
With advantage, so it's a 19. So you did indeed save one rowboat from the craziness. So you have that at least.
So my initial thought is, because I think she can only take one person at a time, and that's going to take a while.
Yeah.
So let's put some people in the rowboat. How many people can we fit at a time?
I feel like
how many people are even alive?
Is
is
6
it
people
enough for
maybe?
one trip?
Yeah, 6 people. So probably yes. I
Well,
feel
it depends, because we can't leave the half orc on the island alone with a human
with the chickens,
Yeah,
right?
but
so
then we
because
have the
we have to
chickens
do the
that the
riddle.
humans can't be alone with.
Can't be alone
Right.
with them,
True.
right?
True. Yeah.
This
But
would be
it's
a
okay.
lot
I think
easier.
so we can take, so if I ride on the broom, or if
I was gonna say if Shaela and Rose and me ride on the broom, you can make it across with everybody, like with
right.
the rowboat.
So I'm
Yeah.
thinking let's like ride on the broom like above them, make sure that like there's nothing like lurking in the waters or anything,
Okay.
and that we're good.
Yeah. I
and-
mean, do you want to make a perception check? Either Shaela or Rose and me, whoever has a higher perception.
I have a 4 plus 4.
I have a 0.
Okay.
Oh, I guess it's me.
Go ahead and Rose and me make a perception check.
Oh no.
Okay. Obviously, what this means is there is indeed something in the water.
Oh, I thought that would just mean, who knows? There might be something, and then we get viciously attacked.
So
This way, Caleb gets to torture us.
exactly.
Well, I'm just like, with an 8, I didn't realize I'd actually see something.
All right. Let's take a look.
Caleb's just saying with an 8 in perception, now we're gonna go across and there's gonna be something and something's gonna happen now
Yeah.
Hmm.
Exactly.
because you failed the roll.
Because you failed the roll. Yeah. Failed rolls have consequences in this game. So let me see here.
All because I had to open up my mouth and say, "Oh, I hope there's nothing in the water."
Honestly, if you hadn't have said that, I probably would have just been like, "Yeah, you guys get across fine."
I mean, if we weren't doing this, I would have said, we're going to do a barrel roll
Okay, fair.
on my broom. And then maybe one or both of us would have fallen off. Who knows?
That is also a possibility. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of get this map situation set up.
Too bad I can't transform into anything with the swimming speed.
Yep, that would be handy, wouldn't it? Okay, so here is our rowboat situation. Oh, I need to.
Then again, I'm pretty sure anything I could transform into with a swimming speed would freeze to death in this water.
Not like if you turned into like a seal or something.
Yeah, but I have to like be
Or-
around there.
Penguin.
Okay.
Pretty sure Penguin would just die to whatever we're about to run into.
Yes, that is definitely exactly what would happen here.
I mean, it could probably swim away pretty fast.
That could probably be actually.
There we go. Okay. So given the size of this boat,
we're
I mean,
all
I
going
don't
to
think the
die.
rowboat would be any bigger than that, honestly. So I think you
Oh, there it is. Okay.
probably will have to make multiple trips. So there are 3 of you, right? It's the captain, one other. Actually, probably the captain would probably stay back to like help his crew or like stay with his crew before all of them go back. So we have all these people. Actually, let me do this first. Get the HP situation all sorted out. Make sure we got everything going on here. So you guys are like above the boat, and there we go. Okay. So they're there, and then you guys are obviously in the sky currently. Let's say you're right there.
I thought they were going in front of us.
Oh, are they? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, because they said they were going in front of us to see
Okay.
if they.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought that's what Emily said.
Yep. That makes sense. Okay. So, and I think what happens is, here we go.
Oh my
That's
gosh, Caleb.
fun.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
some good stuff right there, right? So this appears out of the water and attacks the boat.
Fun.
So it is a squiddish looking thing with barnacles all over it. It has like a blue head and kind of pinkish tentacles, horrible beak. And it's gonna surprise attack the people in the boat. So we'll see how this goes. Maybe I'll just instant kill this character again.
Should
I
they
have
make a
relentless
perception check also to see if
yeah,
they
I feel
are
like
actually
everyone
surprised
should,
or
and
not?
I'll make a what's
Like
it
a stealth
called?
roll.
I'll make a stealth roll
I
for
have
him. Yeah.
I have relentless endurance. I'll at least survive the first one.
I'll
So what do we
a
make?
Perception.
Perception?
check. Oh, 18.
Do I make perception too?
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yes.
Make a
Yeah.
perception.
Go ahead and make a perception.
Ah, frick.
So,
So-
you know, honestly, the thing is, I feel like Shaela notices it in time to call out like a warning. So we're just going to do initiative order, right? There's not going to be a surprise round. It's just going to be everyone act on their initiative and to deal with the situation. So go ahead and click on your token, and we'll roll some initiative here.
Ooh, I beat it. That's good.
Also, I feel like I would be behind Rosemi. On
Yeah,
the
that
broom.
does make
I'd be on
sense.
the back, right? Because it's her
Sure,
broom, so
yeah.
she'd be
You
in
can
the
go ahead
broom.
and switch yourselves around there.
Well, that's probably the monster.
Oh,
the first one is
no.
probably the sea captain or the crew.
No, the first one was the monster, actually.
Oh, phew.
So.
Good.
Yep. So the crew gets to go first. Obviously the people on the shore can't really do anything. But the captain here, or not, you know, the two sailors that are in the boat hear your warning, Shaela, and they see the monster, and they don't have ranged weapons, so they don't really. Actually,
They could
Can they
hold
not
their
like
action,
come
right?
into my area?
Yeah, I'm just double checking some things real quick here. Okay. So this one can step up to the front of the boat here and attack it, but the other one can't really, because they can't attack from your square. So one of them can get a hit on it as it attacks the boat. So I'm gonna go for that. Good old 22. That certainly hits. So we'll go ahead and roll some damage for that. Just double check if it has any damage things going on. Okay. Cool thing. So this thing starts to come out of the water. Tentacles start to engulf the boat, and this sailor steps up heroically and stabs the krake spawn, as it's called, in the face. Doesn't seem to do a whole lot though. Shaela, what do you do?
Okay, that's a great question. I am going to take out my light crossbow
Yeah.
and attack it with
Cool.
that. A 20.
Sounds good. That hits.
Okay. Oh man. Okay. So 9 sneak attack damage and 11 piercing.
Nice. Sounds good. Yeah, you hit one of its eyes, and it just
Is it right at the surface?
right at the surface? Yeah, it's starting to like come out of the water and then like wrap tentacles around the boat. Bootsy, it's you.
So Bootsy is going to take his sword, point at the thing, and start yelling out, "Susan, Georgia, Wally, Beaker!" And all these little chickens are gonna start swarming around it. And as these like mystical chickens are swarming around it, it's going to essentially be casting fairy fire
Right.
on this. So we have advantage against attacks on it.
These special
Although-
chickens just start
oh, wait.
crawling all over the.
Oh, it has to make a dex save.
deck save. Okay. All right.
I did not see the dex save.
It doesn't have a very good deck save, so 14.
Oh, frick.
Is that enough though?
14.
Oh dang. Whoops.
Why is my spell save DC only 14?
How
Probably.
high is your wisdom?
Yeah.
I need to.
It's your
I'm only-
wisdom plus your, it should be your wisdom plus your proficiency.
Wait, that should be 16 then, because my wisdom is 3 and my proficiency is 3. Why is it only 14? Oh, did I not?
Right? Isn't it?
Yep.
Is that right, Caleb? Isn't it wisdom plus proficiency?
Should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's double check this.
Here, let me check it.
Proficiency bonus plus. Yep. Oh wait, no. 8 plus proficiency bonus plus wisdom modifier.
Oh, it's
Got it.
8,
So-
not 10.
Yep.
Got it. That's why.
Yep. That makes sense.
14. Okay, so that didn't work. So
Sounds good.
he's able to get out of the chicken's grasps.
Yep. They just plop into the water and then eventually come back up into the boat and say, "Oh," like have sad faces on. Sorry, we failed you.
It's okay, dears.
Cool.
That's 4 chickens that I've named now. So okay, that's I don't think I could do anything as a bonus action.
Unless you have a
Especially level
cantrip.
6, so no.
Except there isn't a bonus action cantrip, is there? Yeah, there isn't.
If you have an offhanded
No, there
weapon,
is.
you could do that.
There is.
Shillelagh is a bonus
I
action
can cast
cantrip, isn't it?
Shillelagh.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
I will cast Shillelagh as a bonus action. I'll take my walking stick and it turns into Shillelagh.
Nice. So what is
I don't
so
actually-
we've seen shillelaghs in the past, and for example for Darius's mother, it was just like vines wrapping around her club or staff or whatever it was. What does it look like for you? How do you make this into a magical staff?
His walking stick just kind of it look probably what it is it looks like old dried up wood.
Yeah.
As a walking stick would. So what happens is as he casts the spell, it like kind of condenses down and like into a more dense looking object.
Right. So it looks like an actual
So,
weapon
you know what I
as
mean?
opposed
Kinda
to yeah.
It
Becomes
it
a bow
compresses
staff
itself down,
as
so it's, like,
opposed
now
to
really sturdy.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. And it does a D8 of magical damage.
Cool. Can you
I
attack
didn't
with the
actually have
shillelagh
that in my
as a bonus action, or is that just like casting?
Not on my
it?
turn.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
No, I cast it as a bonus action.
Cool.
But that's all I can do right now.
Cool. Sounds good. Rosemi, you're in charge of where this thing is flying.
Let's see.
You're certainly high enough that you don't think it could hit you from up here. So if you just want to stay up here and like shoot at, that is certainly an option.
Yeah, because Shayla's got the range down, so we're not going to go up and do anything to it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast. Ooh. I'm going to cast haste
Okay. Nice.
on Shayla
Nice.
as my action.
Wait, what does that do?
So for up to a minute, you get double speed +2 to AC, advantage on dex saving throws, but you get an additional action.
Man, as a rogue, that's pretty cool. You're gonna get a lot of things that you can do.
That's sick. Yeah.
I really want Shaela to
Okay.
just like jump off the broom onto the Kraken and do some fun stuff.
Dagger them.
Yeah.
Probably
Cool.
that a dagger doesn't do as much as a crossbow.
Probably true. Yeah. So you can just like shoot a bunch.
I'll tell you what. If
So
I
just
can,
kind of say,
if
I
do
say
two
like,
attacks and the light crossbow like hits both times, and then like that second attack like brings it down, we'll flavor it to say that I
Sounds
jumped
good.
off with
Sounds
a dagger.
good. Yeah.
yeah, and I just also say to Shayla, like, let me know if you want to move anywhere and we can move,
Yeah.
or else we're just gonna hang out right here.
Cool. Is that it?
And then no, that's not it.
All right, just making
No.
sure.
As a bonus action, I would like to give a bardic inspiration die to
Bootsy.
Yeah, I'll give it to Bootsy and say, go Bootsy. I really like all your little chicks, so
That's a D6.
I hope you
right
pull
now, right?
through.
Is that D6 or D8?
It is a D. Where does it tell me?
I think it's a
Oh,
D8. You're
D8.
level 6.
It's a
right?
D8.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure, but I wasn't sure if it had upgraded yet. Cool.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Awesome. Now it's the Krake spawn's turn. Oh my gosh, it has so many things it can do. Whoa.
No, it doesn't. No.
Whoa.
Caleb's just
Alright.
exaggerating. I don't believe him.
Interesting.
Don't make it worse
I
for
don't
us, Alexa.
believe you.
Seth, maybe I'm just secretly trying to get your character killed.
You know what? And you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
Also, for flavor, sometime in the journey, can I have acquired a hat that is pointy with a wide brim?
Sure. Yeah, because you just want to look like a witch flying on a broomstick.
No, I
Does that
just
mean
want a hat
Rosanie's
for
like
warmth.
the original witch?
No, there have been wishes in this world for
But like,
years.
she's
The
like the
stereotype?
original witch, like the stereotype, right? Where she's the one who creates the stereotype.
Technically, this is before the Salem witch trials, so sure.
Dope.
Wow.
So let's see. I just have to. There's so many things I can do. I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to do.
Oh, that's why.
Oh dang.
I just realized why I don't have a feat or any upgraded stats. It's because both of my classes are level 3.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's my
Do
wisdom
that.
still at a 3.
Yep, that'll do that.
All right, here we go. Dang.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Bootsy.
Let's see if he has 8. Okay, so he's gonna do.
Oh my gosh!
Whoa!
Caleb, what the heck?
So
We're level 6, Caleb.
We're level 6, Caleb.
I know. This is not even a deadly encounter for you guys. Just pointing that out.
Holy crap, Caleb!
So the first 4 of these attacks are against Bootsy. Then 2 and then
Oh, good.
2.
Only 4.
Yeah, 2 and then 2 against the other sailors. Let's just do these one at a time, shall we? One.
What's the last one?
It's a bite.
I know, but you
and
said 4.
that'll
then 2
be
and 2.
against whoever. I don't know. There should be 8.
Whoever
1, 2,
doesn't
3,
die.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's 8 tentacles and
just-
1 bite. So let's see.
Should have wild shape. Dang it. Just
I
didn't
think you
make
would have
sense.
kept
I have
the boat
48.
if you had.
I have 48 hit points. Just let me know if I'm dead.
Let's see. We got.
You are grappled.
Yeah, you are grappled. And you take 26.
40, 48. 48.
I dropped to 1 hit point,
Yeah.
and my relentless endurance is now used.
Yep. So that happens. The other 2 tentacles. 1, 2, 3, 4.
My character, No, I'm not blaming my characters. I think we know whose fault this is.
All right. So all of you are grappled. And the second guy dies. As he starts slamming him against,
Yep.
you know.
It's a good thing. It really was a waste of that fairy fire spell because I would have had to make 4 concentration checks right there just for it to do anything, just to keep it up.
Yeah. Who does he bite? I'll be kind. I'll have him bite the sailor.
So then they'll die.
Yep. So it's just Bootsy. So it eats one of the sailors.
Didn't they prepare their actions?
Oh yeah, that one.
Did they? Or did no? Didn't.
It's
He
not
would've,
in
like, stabbed
range.
the
Like,
tentacle.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't. That's not how it
But
works, really, right? He can't actually do damage to it unless.
Give
he's-
us.
Okay, fine. He's gotta die anyway. Sure, he attacks one of the tentacles. He misses.
Misses.
Doesn't.
There you go.
Can't even get it when we're bending the rules a little.
So the captain cries out from the shore, "No!" But he can't really do anything because he doesn't have a ranged weapon. So they just kind of cry out from the shore. Shaela, what do you do?
I should have taken healing word. That's a bonus action.
Great. question, Caleb.
You do have
well,
haste.
I do have haste, so I get 2 attacks instead of 1.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Do I get anything else with that besides like additional action on each of its turns?
Get
Okay.
+2 to AC, double speed, advantage on dex saves.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I will do 2 crossbow attacks at it. I'm trying to think what else I could do as a bonus action with a rogue. I can't hide. I can't disengage. I can't dash. I guess I'm on a broom. So I guess the best I got is hold on, wait. I have a scroll of chromatic orb. What does that do? Hold on.
Damage,
what
I
does chromatic orb do?
Oh, you choose an energy type, and then it takes 3d8 if you make a ranged spell attack.
Oh. Could I do lightning damage on it?
Mm-hmm.
Would I do lightning or thunder damage? Probably the lightning, right? Because it's in the water. So
Sure.
I don't know if that would. I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Sure,
So
yeah, do it.
okay.
I think the thing is, I think the way
What's
this
the-
works, using a scroll and you're not a spellcaster, you have to make a
Yeah.
check of some sort.
Right. That's true. I guess I'm
That's
not
what I
a
was
but it's
spellcaster
not.
anymore.
It's not going to
looking
be.
at.
I mean, it's not going to be a super high check just because it's not a very high spell level, right? So it's a
right.
first
It's
level
not very
spell.
high.
So
So like, what would that check?
I'm
be?
thinking DC 11 Arcana check, right?
I'm wondering if I would have just given that to Rose and me. To be honest,
You could have done that.
like,
Yeah.
I'm not a spellcaster.
Because doesn't it have to be?
If you are if you have the spell already at like if it's a spell you can cast normally as to whatever class you are, you don't have to make any roll for it. But if
No, if it's on your spells, if it's on your class's spell list, but of a higher level than you can normally cast,
Yes.
you must make an ability check
yes.
of 10 plus, or the DC is 10 plus the spell's level. But it doesn't say
So
if you can't, if it's not in your class's spell list, you can't even read it.
So it says that there, and then there's another place that I remember it says something completely different.
Yeah, there's another thing. If you don't,
We're-
because
Yeah.
because that's how Toity ended up dying, is because he cast a spell. It wasn't a spell list, but he just ended up making the check, but it just didn't matter.
So and then the thing is, there's another place where it's basically like, really the reason why we're doing it this way is because there are cantrip spell scrolls, which literally it does not make any sense for cantrip spell scrolls to exist unless someone besides the person who like that anyone can cast them from scrolls. And I like that better anyway, even if it contradicts itself in the rules. So I think for you, Shaela, it's going to be a what did it say the roll was exactly for the
It's
10 plus its
it's-
spell level.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
DC is
that's what I
10
thought,
plus
so-
its spell level, and you roll a d20 plus your spell save, I think is what it said.
probably plus your
spellcasting
spellcasting
modifier.
ability.
Of one.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
for
plus
you,
your-
just doing probably just intelligence, Shaela. So right, so you're rolling Arcana is really what you're doing.
Right. Okay. So a DC 11 Arcana check.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I use a lucky?
Oof. Yes, of course. 2 is not going to cut it, but hopefully, yeah.
There we go.
Perfect. Yep. So lightning damage.
Yes, please.
So you will
So
have to
3.
roll a ranged spell attack though.
Oof.
So honestly, just do Arcana again, and that will be the attack.
Just roll
Yeah.
Arcana again.
Yeah, pretty
Oof.
much.
Okay. Ugh.
Oof. I
Are you going to use lucky
yeah.
I
again?
feel like you kind of have to, or else that's going to be a real big waste.
Can I?
Yeah. It's a
It's a
different
different roll.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's true. It is a different roll. Okay. Yeah. Sure. I guess so. I guess I'm just using 2 out of my 3 lucky points. Oh, dang it.
Shaela,
Hate the number 6.
I want to be kind. I want to be kind to you because there's a 20 on that other side. Do you want to tell us something about Shaela, and I'll give you preemptive or post-emptive.
You're so kind as a
advantage.
DM, Seth. You're so kind, Caleb. Thank you. You're so kind.
Did you just
You're
call
so
me
kind.
Seth?
No,
I heard that
no, I
too.
definitely did not do
I
that.
heard
No,
that
no,
too.
nope.
'Cause,
nope.
like,
I
we've done
definitely
a
said
lot of-
Caleb. Caleb, you were amazing. Caleb, you were wonderful.
We've
Caleb
done a lot
is
of
amazing.
Ari Raya
Caleb-
mix-ups, but Caleb Seth just does not make any sense. So
Caleb is the best.
Thank you.
Caleb is
Thank you.
wonderful. Caleb is so great.
tell us something about Shaela.
Sorry, Caleb.
Tell us
No, you're
something
good.
we don't already know.
Like, has Shaela ever had any contact with the Winter Court before?
That's a good question. I mean, she probably would have, when she was probably under Oberon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Who's the Lord of the Winter Court again?
Queen Mab, the Queen of Air and Darkness.
Mab.
Yeah. Honestly, think Goth Prince Elsa or Princess Elsa, Queen Elsa, whatever her name is.
Yeah, Queen. I mean,
I don't remember.
she's a queen, except not like,
I
at the
don't
end of the, she gives her
Whatever.
her title and
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, whatever. Okay.
Goth Elsa.
Goth Elsa. What would my interactions have been? I mean, I feel like I've been here before.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Mhm.
I feel like I definitely, like, Oberon probably, because Oberon's like, he's a snaky little snake. And, he probably sent me in on, like, a reconnaissance mission to, like,
Spy out
see what I
someone
can
from the Winter Court. Yeah.
spy out. Yeah, probably. At some point. I'm curious what information I would have found, though. Probably would have been like, maybe he was trying, because at that point he would have been trying to become the god of the forest.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know, I was looking for some kind of like artifact or something along those lines that was in the court.
Sure.
Probably failed that mission, probably got some beatings for it.
Yep.
But
Cool. Sounds good.
all right, cool. Thanks.
And then that means
great
it's a
DM.
critical, so that means you get to roll 68.
Ooh. 21.
Very nice.
And
That
then
seems to damage it quite a lot.
cool. And then I also have my light crossbow.
Cool.
That's my second
Right, yeah, as
attack.
your second attack. That misses.
Okay, I would assume so.
Poor Shaela. It's not her day.
Nope, I was doing great before. Not
Bo-
so great right now.
Bootsy, what do you want to do here? You're
I'm not sure,
currently
honestly.
grappled.
Here's the thing. I've got a few options, and none of them are great. I could try and talk to the thing,
Certainly, yeah.
but I don't have a high charisma score.
Yeah.
I could attack it and help them kill it. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, does someone want to...
Because I've got a charisma score of... I've got a charisma modifier of 1.
Do you want to make a nature or arcana check?
I would love to make a nature check.
Yeah,
Because
go ahead.
that I'm actually... Whoa.
Yeah.
Could I make an animal handling check?
Make a nature check first.
Ugh.
But, like, that's a good option.
Oh!
Critical success. Okay, so you know everything there is to know about Krakens. So this is
I researched it. Hey, can I say this is why they hired me?
Yeah.
Because I'm the ranger. Although
There you go.
technically my favored terrain is not this.
I mean, you
is
can
this a
change it.
beast?
This is a monstrosity, actually.
Okay.
Um,
Could I I don't want to be so cheeky to say change my favorite animal.
No,
as well.
go ahead. No, seriously. Like, you just made the character, and it makes sense that you would have
Okay.
made him for... Yeah, if Bootsy is the person they hired specifically to, like, come to the Winter Court. Yeah, totally down.
Okay. Because that makes sense story-wise why
Yeah.
I'm here then. Okay.
Mhm.
Favorite enemy, monstrosity, natural explorer. What is this region? Arctic?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just erasing everything else.
Sounds good.
And that's helped too, because now it helps like with wisdom checks and whatnot with
Yeah.
that. Okay, so
So, this is a Kraken, right? It is, but specifically it's a krake spawn, right? So this is not nowhere near like a fully grown Kraken. This is like a baby Kraken. fully grown krakens are ridiculously powerful and like god level almost. So
still one shot me here.
I know exactly. Yeah. So I'm just gonna like lore dump you about krakens. So they are immune to cold, poison, and psychic damage. They're also immune to being charmed or poisoned. They can speak common, infernal, primordial, or void speech. Probably not primordial actually, because that's a different language in our setting. But common, infernal, and void speech for sure. So you can literally just talk to it, right? It has an intelligence of 17. So like this is an intelligent being that you can talk to. As far as I'm just gonna look at the this is fun. I should have just read the text for this. This twisted unnatural beast looks like the unholy union of a squid and spider. Its shell-covered core has 6 small rubbery legs, peculiar antennae, and 6 tentacles around a squid's enormous beak. Unlike krakens and giant squid, krake spawn can scuttle onto land. So that's terrifying. They're actually amphibious. So let's see. There are various things that say, people say different things about how krakens came to exist. You don't know what to believe about that. Let's see. Though enormous and carrying an armored green shell on their 6 spindly legs, krake spawn are surprisingly quick and agile. Worse, they have a malicious and bloodthirsty intellect. A krake spawn is considerably smarter than most humans who mistake them for dumb beasts, an error that can often prove fatal. Krake spawn live in remote, icy regions where they fashion elaborate iceberg fortresses. When they venture into warmer climates in search of magic or slaves, they can preserve their icebergs with ice storms. These fortresses are stocked with frozen creatures and emergency food supply, the krake spawn treasure and library, slaves or prisoners of many races, and a hellish nest filled with the krake spawn's offspring. So this is a terrifying being. It probably has an iceberg fortress nearby. But enough about honestly, it might be right. It might be that on the other side of this iceberg is a giant cave entrance, and you just happen to crash into it from the wrong side. But you think, and I'm honestly totally cool to just go with whatever Bootsy thinks would be like the way to interact with it, right? But I think Bootsy has a pretty good idea based on the nature check of like what to say to get it to stop attacking. You can decide what that is.
I don't even know, because here's the thing. I also know they're very bloodthirsty.
Yes.
So they're not going to, what would it even be?
And we can crowdsource this too if anyone has an idea.
I don't know, guys.
I mean, is it something like we didn't mean to crash into your home, we're not trying to attack your children or something? Like, is it just trying
children food
to protect its spawn in the iceberg? You can have the bodies of the people you already killed. Go ahead and eat them. Let us go.
The thing is, like, it's evil, right? So, like, it's not going to be a thing where it's neutral. You can just be like, well, let's live to live and let live. It's gonna have to be like you give it something that it wants, or make it like say something that maybe something about either the region or krake spawn or something that you could say to scare it away, or basically intimidate it enough where like it thinks you're way more dangerous than you are. Those sorts of things, right?
I have an idea. That would make sense given everything you've said. It might still not work.
Yeah.
But so I do have the spell create and destroy water.
Okay.
So given that this is an ice fortress, and I can destroy it essentially, I would say something along the lines of like put me down or I will destroy your home.
Okay, and so that's gonna need a little more oomph to it to pass. Like you have to say that I am a god of this. I am like a storm god, or like you have to like present yourself as way more dangerous than just a random half-orc druid. To make that work, like you can totally like do a deception, like to like destroy some ice and be like I can destroy the whole thing, but it has to have a little bit more oomph behind it to actually matter.
I wasn't expecting things to go this way.
Yeah.
That might require deception. That would actually just piss off. Never mind.
I was thinking of ways to make it look like, because I can only destroy 10 gallons of water.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of what Bootsy would say. This is the new character. What did we decide? Like the god of chickens was?
It was some really obscure Greek god. Greek god of chickens.
Because I know what I want to say. I just want to make sure I use the right.
Alectryon. I don't know how to pronounce this. Alectryon. Electryon, something like that.
That sounds right. So I see something along the lines. Would I know it has to be say I'm the god of the water or something?
Probably.
Even though I'm covered in chickens.
I mean, you could say I am the god of chickens. Fear me. But
know what a chicken is?
Exactly.
I'm just trying to think of the best way to not die before my next turn. Because it could quite literally just kill me.
I mean, yes, honestly, if you don't say something here that gets it to stop attacking you, it's gonna kill you and eat you next turn.
You know what? Oh, frick. No, I said that turned back into it. You know what? Why not? So, as you can see, like the chicken farmer, his walking staff is also kind of like a what's the word? Used for hay. Pitchfork.
Oh, a pitchfork. Yeah, okay.
So what Bootsy's gonna do, since it's a bonus action, and so he can do that again, he'll let his walking stick turn back into the pitchfork and say something along the lines of, I am Poseidon.
Right.
So look like a trident and say, release me and cast destroy. I'm just wasting so many spell slots. But I better waste spell slots than my life.
Yes, true.
Oh, I didn't. Can we just say I prepared?
I don't
create,
care.
destroy?
Yeah,
okay.
You're fine.
I'll say I cast destroy water on part of his, where I would guess like the entrance is. Say like, release me.
Yeah, we see
cast
some ice
destroy
just
water,
fall down.
destroy water, or I'll destroy the rest of this, or I'll destroy the rest of your food.
All right, make an intimidation check with advantage. Good luck. Good luck, Bootsy.
This is so stupid.
You also have bardic inspiration.
Okay, I'll roll a d8.
Oh, yeah, there
13.
you go.
Okay, this is, it's gonna, oh, no, that's not enough. That is not gonna be enough. I'm gonna double check,
It's been
but
fun.
because let's see, it has a, well,
So long, farewell
okay,
to
it
you, my friend.
it has a 15 wisdom.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna give like a partial success to you here, right? You make him hesitate.
So at least he won't attack.
He
me
won't
maybe
immediately
next
attack
turn.
you next round.
Good.
So you'll have another chance to do something or say something to keep you alive.
Maybe next turn I'll do an animal handling check.
Yeah.
I'm better at those.
Rosemary.
But it's not an animal.
But it's not an animal though. He's a monstrosity.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the issue.
See, Rosemary, what do you do? Your friend looks like he's very much in trouble. He just tried to pretend he was Poseidon. And then the Kraken looks more confused than anything.
The issue is like
It's like looking at the pitchfork, like
I could cast Healing Word, but that's gonna do
nothing.
nothing
Yeah.
because the Kraken can attack him with 8 tentacles
and a bite. Yeah.
and a bite. So it's just kind of like, well, you're up, so like I'm not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
What I am gonna do is I just maybe want to just fly a little higher just to really make sure
Yeah.
we're not in a range
Yeah.
as I've seen what has happened. And I am going to cast a spell at it. And what did you say it was resistant to? It was resistant, or like resistant to like psychic damage and stuff.
I don't know if
I think.
Bootsy
I know,
told
I would-
you, so
yeah,
I don't
I
think you
wouldn't know that,
right?
but-
Yeah.
You would know that lightning damage does a lot to it because
Sure.
I
Yep.
did that.
Yeah, but the issue is I have Thunder Wave,
Yeah.
but I realized, as we realized last time, Thunder Wave is like
Centered
kind of
on
not
you.
a great spell.
Yeah.
It's great in the right circumstances. This is not the right circumstance.
No.
Like if you're being surrounded by people, then it's a great spell.
Yeah. So
If someone's currently grappled, then no.
Then you do shatter. Shatter's under.
I know.
damage,
I'm
isn't it?
trying to decide between shatter and fireball.
I
I might cast fireball.
Fireball sounds fun.
It's not gonna do anything. It's in the water.
Yeah, but its head isn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast fireball, and I'm just gonna put it, touching him and the iceberg and stuff, and not.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because that'll potentially destroy some more of his house.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Do it.
Here we go. Fireball.
Okay, I'll make a dex save.
It's not great.
He's not very good at. Apparently, he's good enough. So that 15 is going to beat your 14.
Takes
10.
10 damage.
Nice.
Boom.
It's a really pathetic fireball.
So it's the Krake's turn,
Wow.
and it's going to talk to you, Bootsy. It's going to
Good.
say, I have been alive for hundreds of years, and I have met Poseidon. You do not look like him. I thought he was dead anyway.
Ooh.
I can work with that.
And he's like, I think he didn't really care about Rosamie's fireball, right? It didn't really hurt him that much, so he's just like, whatever. And he's like trying to
It's
get
really sad.
He's trying to get this straight because he wants to know specifically what your relationship to Poseidon is, because apparently he knew him. So, Shaela.
Do I hear him talking?
Yeah, I mean you can't not hear him talking. Like he's very loud.
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking in common too, probably.
Exactly, he is. Yeah,
I'm debating if I just want to how bad does he look?
less than half of his hit points are left. Yeah,
I don't think I could take him down though. That's the problem.
probably not. No.
I don't want to make him even more mad if he's talking at the very least.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could say something like, unless you want the wrath of Mab, let us go.
Okay.
Mab?
So
Some
the Queen of
yeah,
Air and
that's
Darkness.
Queen
yeah.
Mab.
Oh, right.
So you're just gonna try to be like, we know Mab. You got to leave us alone.
Yeah, I guess so. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I guess I would say something along the lines of, what exactly would I say?
Well, if you're good at deception and you want to follow along with what Bootsy is doing here, you could be like,
Right,
we have found an avatar, a long forgotten avatar of Poseidon, and we are bringing him to Mab.
Right. So unless you want her wrath,
Yeah.
you need to let us go. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Just something, because he would recognize that name, I'm assuming.
Yep.
So
Yeah, make a deception check.
okay, I'm actually good at these.
21.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that's probably enough. So I think turn on elapses, and he looks up, the big old Kraken looks up at you and says, kind of growls kind of frustratingly, and it's frustrated, and it says, "What is your name, little one?"
Don't tell my real name. Yeah, you know what? Shayla's not afraid anymore because Oberon is dead.
Exactly.
So she's like, I'm Shaela.
I have not heard that name. But you say that you are working for Mab.
Well, specifically, I work for Titania. Sisters,
Sisters that do not get along, but sisters. all
Well,
the same.
of recent, they have a common goal. So,
Seems to be weighing that. He says, I could crush this avatar right now.
we understand
about
that.
me.
But you know what? Take your 2 bodies. Well, and then not risk it. We won't. You could take the 2 people that you killed. That's fine. We'll get out of your way and move along. We know you like your little snacks.
Usually when mortals come along here, I require tribute from them. Do you have anything to offer in the way of tribute?
I don't have a lot in general. I was actually going to ask if I should have taken magic items.
Oh, yes.
I have a mage hand scroll.
I just have mage hand.
One of the least powerful spells in existence. So, Bootsy, I think you definitely can have, like I've been given the other characters, 1 uncommon item and 2 common items.
I don't know what that would be.
I mean, if you want to, you can literally just say, I have an uncommon magic item, and I can give it to him as a tribute, right? It doesn't matter what it is.
Taking one for the team. What a pal.
It's that or die.
Yeah. So, yeah, he takes it with his tentacle and says, this will suffice. Begone. And he, drops you in the boat. Begone, Avatar Poseidon. May we never cross paths again. And he goes back into the water.
The little chicks start to swim around him obviously it doesn't do anything, but they start licking his wounds and everything.
Right. I don't think they have tongues.
Chickens
but,
lick?
or at least they don't lick.
I don't know. They're spectral chickens.
They probably are rubbing against you I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're rubbing against it.
So
I am so
yeah,
bad. I have 1 hit.
You have 1 hit point. So I think
I have a potion of healing if you'd like that,
Yes,
or I don't know if we can. I don't think we want to take a short rest because I don't know if we'll start taking.
Why don't you go back to
damage or
shore and
not.
pick up 2 new people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's safe to say we all get across okay now.
yes, exactly. Yeah. So I think let's go ahead and take a break here, and we'll come back and figure out what's going on after that. But yeah, you are right. The environment here is very unfriendly to you guys, so you'll have to worry about cold damage probably soon here, unless you find some shelter. So, all right, well, we'll return to the Winter Court after this break. Stick around.